Morning, everybody. It's 8:43 on this Friday, the 13th of September, and this is your pre-opening comment. It is video number 2246. Okay, Asia mixed. Europe still higher on that raise in the cut in the ECB. The 210 is back to 6 basis points. Both the 2s and the 10s were down roughly 6 basis points each this week. The big numbers today were import and export prices. Before the open, the Dow was up 87. After the numbers, up 98, so really nothing. NASDAQ unchanged was up 10, is still up 10. S&P was up 12, is still up 12. Export prices were down 0.3 versus down 0.2, pretty much as expected. Down 0.1 on the oil export prices. Up 0.8 versus import prices up 0.8 versus last month's up 1.6. Also, a big improvement. Same with it as ex-oil, up 0.7 versus 1.4. We have consumer confidence coming out at 10 o'clock. That's the final September reading. The prior was 67.9. We'll have to see how that looks. On that 210, the 10 is now 366, and that is down 2 basis points, while the 2-year is down 5 basis points. So we've gone basically from +3 to +6, as I said. Corporate news, we have Adobe beating both top and bottom line, but they guide the fourth quarter earnings per share in line, but revenues below consensus. The stock is $5.39 and change, down 47 or 8%. We have Restoration Hardware, RH Corp, 309.5. That's up 53 or 21%. They beat by 17 cents. Revenues in line, guided Q3 revenues in line, and the full fiscal year 25 in line. Boeing, the machinist union, voted 96% against the contract, so they've authorized a strike, their first one since 2009. Stock is 156.30, down 6.5 or 4%. I would use this as an opportunity if Spirit Aerosystems moves lower. To be a buyer there. It's buying Boeing at a discount since it's an all-stock deal. Oracle, third day in a row up after remarks at a financial analyst meeting on sales outlook and the earnings from earlier this week. The stock is up roughly 15% this week. Currently 172, that's up 10.5 or 6.5% today. Interactive Brokers plans to introduce election betting next week. Who says gambling is evil? IBK 125, that's up $1.40 or 1.1%. And a little one, TNON. Tenon Medical. This is a company that has been reversed, both 10 for 1 and 8 for 1 in the last year, since last November, giving it an adjusted high of about $4,800 a share. Closed yesterday, closed yesterday at $3.77. That's after those two splits. This morning, they came out that they are meeting the requirements of NASDAQ for continued listing. They were given a delisting warning. The stock had a little bit of a reaction for it. It opened at $3.43, which was slightly lower, and then traded up to, and this is a correct print, $134.37. The last is 13 and a quarter. That's up $9.50, or just a scant 256%. Buyer beware. Okay, we also rolled forward yesterday in the Lumen calls from the ones that expire today to the ones that expire next week. We made nice money on the short-term fives. We're still basically in short-term. We paid $1.04 and $1.05. They closed at $1.03, but the stock this morning is $6.09. That's up a dime. Let's remember that these are in the money, so you're going to get penny for penny on the upside. I'm going to guess they'll open at around $1.12 or $1.13. I also want to mention that on a weekly basis, which is the chart that I'm using on this one, the high close was 4 weeks ago at $6.23. So any move above any close above 623, I think breaks this stock out, and I could see another extension back to the upside. The last time that we had this kind of a breakout, the stock had a range of $2.50 to $7.80. So the high being 783, I wouldn't be surprised to see us test the 6.75 to $7 range. Also, we're in UNG, Nat Gas, which I said has been bottoming here. We are in the 15 calls for October. And I'm trying to remember what we paid for them. I'm thinking about 64 or 65 cents. They closed at 91 cents, and this morning Nat Gas is higher, and the UNG is 1502. That's up almost 20 cents, so I expect that we'll see a little bit of action to the upside there also. All right, folks, like I said, it's Friday the 13th. Doesn't bother me. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back Monday.